But there's a public perception that that was part of a apology tour, if you will. That this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is.
Elon Musk says go and fuck yourself on CNBC TV. Elon Musk, in his first interview with mainstream media since his anti-Semitic post on X earlier this month, apologized Wednesday for what he called his dumbest ever social media post. But he lashed out at advertisers leaving his platform because of rising anti-Semitism on X. I don't want them to advertise, he said at the New York Times Deal Book Summit in New York. If someone is going to blackmail me with advertising or money, go fuck yourself, he said. Is that clear? Hey Bob, if you're in the audience, that's how I feel, he added, referring to Disney CEO Bob Iger, who spoke earlier at the summit on Wednesday. Disney did not immediately respond to a request for comment on Musk's remarks. Musk made the remarks as the ex-CEO, Linda Yaccarino, sat in the audience. Yaccarino was brought into the company to woo back big-name advertisers. In a meandering conversation that lasted well over an hour, Musk also said he has no problem being hated. Hate away, he said. There's a real weakness to wanting to be liked. Clad in a leather jacket, black jeans, leather boots, and a necklace given to him by a family member of an Israeli hostage that says, "Bring them home." Musk added that it's been a hell of a year and admitted that he sometimes says the wrong thing. A number of prominent brands paused their advertising on X, formerly known as Twitter, this month following Musk's public embrace of an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory favored by white supremacists. The advertising exodus included media companies like Disney, Paramount, NBC Universal, Comcast, Lionsgate, and Warner Bros. Discovery, the parent of CNN. But he also said his tweet, slammed as anti-Semitic, might be the worst he's ever done. I mean, look, I'm sorry for that post, he said. It was foolish of me. Of the 30,000 it might be, literally the worst and dumbest post I've ever done. And I've tried my best to clarify 6 ways from Sunday. But you know, at least I think it'll be obvious that in fact, far from being anti-Semitic, I'm in fact philo-Semitic. Musk visited Israel this week, where he went to a kibbutz attacked by Hamas on October 7th, spoke with families of Israeli hostages, and met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and President Isaac Herzog. But Musk said on Wednesday that his trip to Israel wasn't an apology tour, and that it wasn't in response to all of that. Musk said that he is a good person, but he's not going to tap dance to show people that. On Monday, Musk told Netanyahu of the recent attacks that those who are intent to murder must be neutralized. Then the propaganda must stop that is training people to be murderers in the future, and then making Gaza prosperous. If that happens, I think it'll be a good future. I'd love to help. But in a separate conversation at the DealBook Summit, Herzog appeared uncertain that Musk would remain consistent in his messaging. We had an open and frank conversation, which I found interesting, and I think it was mutually beneficial to both of us, said Herzog. I sincerely hope that we will see some of his activism against anti-Semitism in the near future. SEC asks judge to force Elon Musk to testify in Twitter. Probe the U.S. Security and Exchange Commission. SEC asks a federal judge to force Elon Musk to testify for their investigation into his acquisition of X, formerly Twitter. Musk completed his $44 billion purchase of the social media platform in 2022. On Thursday, the SEC filed an official court document in San Francisco, defending its investigation and efforts to force Elon into testifying. The regulator says that it is acting within their authority in the investigation. Last month, the SEC shared that it was carrying out an investigation into Musk's X acquisition of Twitter. Musk had refused to attend a September interview for the probe, the SEC says. Musk and his lawyers on November 2 asked the judge to deny the SEC's motion to compel his testimony. Musk's lawyers say he had already testified twice and that the agency was exceeding its authority. To counter the argument, the SEC responded that they were in fact working within its bounds and were in fact granted authority by law to seek testimony and documents as they continue their investigation. The SEC adds that it has received new documents to aid its Twitter investigation since their last interview with Elon Musk.